this early?
Something to do with libel reform.
We thought it was a disgrace that somebody like Peter Wilmshurst should be sued for libel for speaking out in the public interest. We thought it was a disgrace that somebody like Ben Goldacre should be sued for libel for speaking out in the public interest. People thought it was a disgrace that I should be sued for libel for speaking out in the public interest.
Just last week, in fact, I discovered a private medical practitioner is intending to sue me for libel over criticism of what I consider to be misleading and potentially dangerous medical advice on her website.
I'm standing here because 2 weeks ago I received a defamation libel threat from Shillings LLP. Shillings are trying to silence my forum and 4 other consumer organisations, including the Citizens Advice Bureau, from discussing the activities of civil recovery companies.
We're delighted the government has brought to Parliament its Defamation Bill, and I think the bill is good in parts. It's a welcome first step, but it's not good enough. And if we risk perhaps having to wait another 160 or more years for another go at this, let's try and get it right this time.
These cases were going on, and that's why the libel reform campaign started. And 60,000 people signed up, 60 organisations backed the campaign, all the parties put it in their manifesto. We all agreed that libel reform was necessary. And the point of libel reform was to stop these cases happening again.
It isn't only science, but also culture that is affected by the libel laws. Simply put, if writers are to police the overlapping area between imagination and memory, a kind of paralysis sets in. That paralysis has a name: self-censorship.
Corporations are commonly, in my experience, using libel as a form of reputation management. We invite comment from the manufacturers that whose products we're going to rate poorly, and instead of coming back to us and disagreeing with our findings or presenting us with their own results and saying you have, or even questioning our methodology, it's common for me to get a 5 or 6, sometimes 9-page letter from some expensive London libel lawyers saying that if we publish it, they'll sue us for libel, even though at that stage they can't possibly know what it will mean because we haven't written the article yet.
It's important to us to fight essentially the bullying effect, the chilling effect of large groups forcing bankruptcy on people who disagree with what they say.
We live in a scientific society. Decisions should be based on evidence. The scientific method is that the evidence is presented, there's rough debate, you come to conclusions and they change when a new evidence comes along. That process should be open to everyone without fear of prosecution, without fear of financial damage. Just a simple presentation of evidence and the simple debate around ideas in society, I think, is vitally important. And it's not possible at the moment to do that without fear of the threat of libel action.
I don't want people to think that everyone here has got like a specific personal interest, or they are a victim of this or the other. It affects everyone because it's about free speech. So I'm not someone who's been sued for libel. I've never been involved in a libel case, but I want the scientific debate to be held in public. I want medicine to be better. I want people to be able to criticise companies for bulldozing this and knocking down that, and I want that to be that public debate seems to me to be a principle of democracy.